of make-believe. Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach. Cross out the ones who heard my cries and watched me weep. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush. Tape my eyes open to force reality. Why can't you just let me eat my weight in glee? I live inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. Some days I feel skinnier than all the other days. Sometimes I can't tell if my body belongs to me. I love everything. Fire spreading all around my room. My world's so bright.
Knight f3 is White's most popular continuation, but some players prefer to avoid facing the rock-solid Petrov defense after Knight f6. The bishop's opening with bishop c4 in the Vienna game
What's
with
happening?
Knight c3
All good?
are two related openings
Yo.
that may steer the game
All
toward
good,
less
guys?
explored terrain. Let's begin our journey by first introducing the bishop's opening with bishop c4.
We're here to learn
The
today.
straightforward developing move increases the pressure against black's vulnerable f7 pawn. Knight c6 is a
Tryna
flexible response, frequently transposed
develop
into the
the
Vienna
Vienna-
game with
the
Knight
Vienna
c3,
knowledge a wee
which
bit.
we'll soon examine, or the Italian game after Knight f3. In order to avoid a transposition, White can play d3, possibly preparing a double-edged pawn break with f4. Black may also play the symmetrical bishop c5. Knight f3 is a natural response, inviting the Italian game once again with Knight c6. Bishop c5 also allows some creative alternatives.
In this
including
position, I
queen
would
g4,
usually get the
attacking the
knight out
unprotected
first.
g7
You
pawn,
can't see my
when
mouse.
black can defend
But I would
the
get
pawn
the
while counterattacking
b
with
knight,
queen f6,
b knight out
adding pressure
before
against
the
White's
bishop.
vulnerable f2 pawn. After Knight c6, White can throw caution to the wind and transpose into the risky king's gambit with f4, a pawn break that is only possible as the knight is not blocking its path from f3. These are all interesting ideas to explore, but black's most common and direct response is Knight f6, activating the knight while challenging White's central pawn. Knight c3 transposes into the Vienna game, so if White wants to avoid an immediate transposition,
Captions?
the natural
Oh, well.
response is d3, supporting the center while opening up a path for the dark squared bishop.
Captions even an
Knight
option?
c6 and bishop c5 are reasonable
No
options,
settings or anything?
often transposing into the Italian game or a generally balanced position out of the bishop's opening. If black wants to challenge the bishop's opening directly, then a strong response is c6.
There's no settings, there's
advantage of
nothing.
the open c6 square,
No,
which
we're
is
forward
usually
captions.
occupied by a knight when White
I would say,
plays
I'll
the
mute the
more
music for
popular
you. What
knight
about that?
f3 on
Is
the
the music too
second
loud?
move. This is a
Can you not
concrete
hear it?
choice,
No.
preparing to strike in the center with d5. If White decides to play the risky f4, not only can black play e takes f4, followed by d5, black can also strike in the center immediately with d5, placing White's center under serious pressure. In one high-profile game, Grandmaster Magnus Carlsen played
Oh,
the
big
natural
Magnus
knight
boy.
f3,
Big Magnus boy.
centralizing the knight while adding pressure against black's center. His opponent, Grandmaster Fabiano Caruana, simply ignored the pressure and counterattacked White's center with
Yeah,
the
just let
disruptive
them
pawn
have
break,
lessons,
d5.
openings and stuff.
Relieving the tension with e takes d5 allows black to maintain a two-pawn center for the time being with c takes d5, opening up the c6 square for black's knight. Grandmaster Carlsen maintained the tension with the most popular response,
Popping the bishop back.
b3. It's important for black to avoid the
Yeah,
tempting
I can't
d
add
takes
captions.
e4.
Captions aren't an option for some
This
reason.
looks like a strong choice, as d takes e4 allows black a favorable exchange of queens. And knight takes e5 simply loses a piece after queen a5 check, attacking the king and unprotected knight. Opening up the light-squared bishop's pressure against f7 should not be taken lightly, and black's careless pawn capture is punished by knight g5, intensifying the pressure against the weak f7 pawn when black does not have a satisfactory reply. Grandmaster Caruana demonstrated a strong plan for black by playing bishop b4 check. Moves such as bishop d2, allowing an exchange of bishops, or blocking with the knight are harmless options. White can gain a tempo against the bishop with c3. But this comes at a price. White's knight cannot use the c3 square to fight for central control. c3 is well met by bishop d6, supporting the center when black enjoys good.
So what's your
central
favorite
control.
openings? If
This
you had to pick
concrete approach sets
2
the
for
stage
black and
for a
2 for
fierce
white,
middle game
what
struggle
openings
for
would you
greater
choose?
central control and overall peace activity. Grandmaster Caruana strongly defended black's cause, defeating the world champion on his undefeated path to winning the 2014 Sinkfield Cup, starting with 7 straight victories against elite opposition. d3 is a solid, if not particularly challenging response for white. If white is willing to accept serious risk to create
Yeah, no, they are quite
complications, then we may
common.
see d4.
How
Known
can
as
not
the
as
Urasov
much?
Gambit,
Probably
white
in
immediately
person, yeah,
confronts
maybe.
black's center. E takes
But I do need
e4
to
is
figure out
black's best way to
tricks
challenge
and
this
traps and
gambit,
stuff. Is
as
that
knight takes
something that
e4
I don't know? I don't
runs
have
into
that in my
trouble quickly
repertoire
after
really.
d takes e5. The e5 pawn restricts
So I
the
don't-
insecure knight on
Wouldn't
e4's
tell you any
ability to
real
retreat to safe squares,
tricks
while also
or-
opening up the d file for the queen.
I
The
heard that is
aggressive
something I
bishop
need to learn.
c5,
Something I need to do.
joining the knight on e4 and attacking the f2 pawn, not only allows the powerful queen d5, white can also keep it simple with the disruptive bishop takes f7 check, preparing to meet king takes f7 with queen d5 check, forking the king and knight when black's position is falling apart. Instead of capturing white's pawn on e4, black's best response is capturing the d-pawn. If white plays queen takes d4, this is well met by knight c6.
Tell you what
gaining a tempo
I
against
do
the
quite
queen.
often to speed this up a wee bit.
Attacking the knight is well met by the counter-attacking strike d5.
I speed it
This is
up.
well worth remembering.
So I do.
A more trying option
Because I'm
is to
more of a
simply develop with
practical
knight
learner
f3.
than a
White is gaining a lead in
theoretical
development,
watching
so black
it
must
and
remain alert.
learn.
2 solid options for
learning
black
that
is to
way.
play knight c6, transposing into the Scotch gambit, or sharper lines from the Italian game if white plays c3. The disruptive bishop b4 check is also worth exploring, if black decides to boldly grab another pawn with knight takes e4. This is certainly possible, although it does create
Focus,
the exact type
okay,
of position
focus.
the Urasov gambit player wants after queen takes d4. White regains one of the sacrificed pawns and attacks the vulnerable knight. A sensible response is knight f6. White enjoys a serious lead in development, so black is hoping to gain time by striking in the center with d5. White discourages this idea while continuing to rapidly develop with knight c3. Black can gain a tempo against the queen while focusing on development with knight c6.
Massive
White's
development
queen swings to the
after
kingside, queen
sacrificing
h4.
2 of your
In
center
exchange for a
pawns.
pawn, white enjoys a dangerous lead in development. White is prepared to play bishop g5, followed by castling queenside. Black is objectively doing fine, although it may be unpleasant to defend against white's initiative in a practical game. One idea for black is to play bishop e7, intending to castle. Black may then prepare to challenge white's light-squared bishop with d6, followed by bishop e6. Black is more than willing to return the pawn in order to dull white's sharp attacking play. Rather than developing the bishop to c4 immediately, white may first decide to play knight c3. Entering the Vienna game, white remains flexible
That's our
before
opening.
deciding how to
That's
initiate
our
kingside
opening.
development. If black responds with the flexible knight c6, white has a variety of options
Right,
to
so
explore.
bishop
Knight
f4.
f3 transposes into the 4 knights game after knight f6, a safe, if not particularly ambitious way to continue. The aggressive f4, a move we will later explore without the knight on c6, is a risky decision as black can play e takes f4, transposing into a king's gambit with an especially unfavorable reputation. White will struggle to prove full compensation for the pawn. Preparing a kingside fianchetto with g3 is also worth exploring, but white's most popular choice is to play bishop c4. We can now see the relationship between the Vienna and bishop's
c4.
opening, which can often transpose. This is a tricky move order, because if black continues with the sensible developing
Quite
with
common,
bishop
bishop
c5,
c5,
as Grandmaster
yes.
Yu Yang Yi played in a blitz game, this allows white to seize the initiative with queen g4. As played by Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura, immediately
This is
places pressure
copycat
against the
variation.
unprotected g7 pawn. There simply isn't a convenient way to defend against this
Then
move. The weak king
g6,
g6 was played in the game,
knight
and the
drop,
tempting
no,
response
queen drops
f6,
back to...
defending g7 while
Oh.
threatening the f2 pawn.
I actually came up
Turns out
against
to
it
be a
there.
serious mistake, as white can play
Game
the
I
powerful
played
knight
just before it
d5.
started.
White simply ignores black's threat as queen takes f2 check. King d1 is highly favorable for white.
Really?
Notice that queen f1 is not checkmate, as bishop takes f1 would be a rude awakening.
Oh,
Knight takes c7 check is a big problem. The g7 pawn is still hanging, and knight h3 is ready to remind black that the queen is dangerously short of safe squares. Rather than playing bishop
didn't see
c5,
that.
allowing the annoying queen g4, black can develop the other knight with knight f6, adding
yes.
pressure against the e4 pawn, so white sensibly supports the center with d3. Bishop c5 is a reasonable path to
And
explore.
f4 would
Simple
be the
development
next
with
one.
knight f3 leads to more quiet, maneuvering play. Former world champion Garry Kasparov, making a brief appearance out of retirement, played the more aggressive f4. He was
Yeah.
able to build a dangerous attack down the f-file and defeated Grandmaster Caruana in a memorable blitz game.
I
These are
play
interesting options to
f4
explore,
quite
but black's most popular
common after the
continuation is
bishop
knight a5.
c5.
Moving the knight to the edge of the board is generally not a good idea, but
Draw
in this case,
back to
black intends on
C
collecting the bishop
or
pair,
B3.
removing white's dangerous light-squared bishop from the board. Trying to avoid this exchange with bishop b5 allows a6, followed by bishop a4 in b5, when black will collect white's bishop on b3.
Yep.
In response to knight a5, white sometimes plays bishop b3, preparing to respond to knight takes b3 with a takes
A2.
b3, opening up the a file for the
A
rook.
takes B.
Another interesting option was played by Grandmaster Magnus Carlsen, knight g to e2. White decides to allow black to capture the bishop on the c4 square, which opens up the d file for white's queen and increases the pressure over the d5 square, restricting black's desirable d5 pawn break. Developing the knight to e2 also allows white to prepare the future pawn break f4, preparing to open lines on the king side. Capturing the bishop immediately is a reasonable choice, but his opponent, Grandmaster Anish Giri, decided to delay this capture to focus on development with bishop c5, when both sides decided to castle. Black is waiting for white to make a decision on the queen side before capturing the bishop on c4. If white tries to delay this decision, black may prepare to strike in the center with c6 and d5. The world champion decided to grab space on the queen side and provoke an exchange of minor pieces with a4. White expands on the queen side while threatening to maintain the light-squared bishop with bishop a2. So Grandmaster Giri made the exchange knight takes c4, d takes c4. White's queenside structure as well as the b4 square has been weakened, but white enjoys newly opened squares on the d-file, as well as a strong grip on the d5 square. Black fixed white's a-pawn in place with a5, when white activated his queen with queen d3, supporting the e4 and c4 pawns. Black supported the center and prepared to activate his light-squared bishop with d6, when white reinforced his queenside structure with b3, when both sides activated the queenside bishops with bishop e6, and bishop e3, creating tension between the dark-squared bishops. So black played the instructive maneuver knight d7, supporting the dark-squared bishop while preparing the pawn break f5. Grandmaster Giri was prepared to respond to the centralizing rook a to d1, with the thematic pawn break f5, preparing to open lines on the king side. White may consider e takes f5, but Grandmaster Carlsen decided to fight fire with fire by playing f4. This tension-filled middle game is roughly balanced, in which both sides enjoy reasonable chances. Knight c6 is a solid way to respond to the Vienna, but black's most popular response is knight f6.
Yes,
f6,
f6,
pressure against
f4.
white's center. White can prepare a kingside fianchetto with g3, when black may reply with bishop c5, or thanks to the knight on f6, strike in the center immediately with d5. White may decide to continue once again with bishop c4. Bishop c5 is one reasonable path to explore. Against the bishop's opening, we explored the strong idea c6, preparing to strike in the center with d5. In this position, if black decides to play c6, a desirable choice in the bishop's opening is actually less effective in the Vienna. White's knight on c3 helps control d5, and white has not spent a tempo on d3, so this move is well met by the central strike d4. E takes d4 allows queen takes d4. Notice knight c6 is not an option to challenge white's centralized queen, so white already enjoys an active game with preferable chances. Playing knight f6 on the second move allows black another interesting choice, the disruptive knight takes e4, preparing to meet knight takes e4 with d5, forking the bishop and knight while achieving greater central control. White can play the disruptive, but ultimately dubious bishop takes f7 check, drawing black's king into the open with king takes f7. When after knight takes e4, black can energetically respond with d5, when black is taking over the center, and with it, the initiative. White's best move is likely to admit this was not a good decision with the passive knight g3. The aggressive queen f3 check is well met by king g8, when black's king cannot be easily exposed, so white will struggle against black's dominating center as well as the bishop pair. And if white tries to play even more aggressively with queen h5 check, forking the king and e5 pawn, black has the strong response g6, preparing to meet queen takes e5, attacking black's rook in the corner, with the powerful response bishop h6, revealing the queen's protection of the rook, when the crushing rook e8 is simply too much for white to handle. Instead of playing the dubious bishop takes f7, white can play the aggressive queen h5, threatening checkmate on f7 while also attacking the unprotected e5 pawn. Black should defend against checkmate with knight d6, protecting f7 while attacking the light-squared bishop. White's safest option is queen takes e5, allowing an exchange of queens after queen e7, leading to roughly balanced play. But if white wants to provoke complications,
so they went g6, then you could have given check on e5 when in the rook in the corner.
Bishop e7, preparing to meet queen takes e5 with kingside castling, when black shouldn't face any serious difficulties out of the opening. A sensible-looking, but not very good response is knight c6. White can punish this natural-looking move with a disruptive shot, knight b5, threatening knight d6 check, followed by checkmate on f7. If black tries to defend the f7 pawn with queen e7, this allows the unpleasant fork, knight takes c7 check. Black's best chance is to play g6, which is well met by queen f3, continuing to pressure the f7 pawn, so removing the guard with knight d6 is a serious threat. Black can defend against knight takes d6 with f5, grabbing space in the center and threatening to capture white's knight on b5. White once again renews the threat of checkmate on the newly weakened light squares with queen d5. We reach the so-called Frankenstein Dracula variation, when black plays queen e7.
Frankenstein Dracula variation? What?
Check. This does lead to some complications in which black may generate attacking chances, but objectively this is a dubious line for black to play, and probably should be reserved for the fictional Frankenstein and Dracula characters to battle it out against each other. When black plays knight f6 on the second move, white may consider the Vienna gambit with f4.
Right.
Unlike when black's knight was on c6,
this is all more
black plays
comfortable
e takes
with.
f4. This is a poor decision as it surrenders the center, allowing white to seize the initiative with e5.
e5.
Black's knight should retreat to its original square with knight g8. Not exactly a good sign
And
for
knight
black.
f3.
Trying to pin the e5 pawn to white's king with queen e7 is well met by queen e2, unpinning the pawn, renewing the threat against the knight, with a tremendous position for white. In order to try to neutralize the Vienna gambit, black should strike in the center with d5, intensifying the pressure in the center.
Then you
If
take
white decides to relieve the
e5,
tension
f
with
takes
takes
e5.
This is not white's best
Oh.
option, especially
What?
if white is intending to win a pawn with f takes e5. Black can centralize the knight with knight takes d5. Black already enjoys an active position, and if
Yeah.
white plays f takes e5, white's position can quickly become unpleasant after knight takes c3. No matter how white captures, let's say with b takes c3, black will respond in the same way, with the energetic queen h4 check. Since g3 would lose the rook after queen e4 check, forking the king and rook on h1. White's king is forced to reluctantly march forward to the e2 square. Black is prepared to rapidly develop with bishop g4 check, followed by knight c6, when black's pieces are coming to life with an excellent position. Against black's counterstrike, white's best response is f takes e5, attacking the knight on f6, and provoking the response knight takes e4. Exchanging knights favorably opens the d-file for black's queen. Developing the other knight with knight f3 has been white's most common choice, supporting the center and discouraging queen h4 check. One response is the solid bishop e7, preparing to castle kingside, followed by attacking white's center with f6. A more ambitious choice is bishop c5, slicing through white's weakened dark squares, provoking d4. White gains a tempo, but it also opens the e1 to a5 diagonal, allowing black to play bishop b4, pinning the knight on c3 when black is ready to strike in the center with c5, creating a sharp game in which black should welcome these complications. One tricky option to keep in mind is d3. This provocative move challenges black's knight while encouraging queen h4 check. Black's best way to neutralize this choice is by exchanging knights with knight takes c3, preparing to meet b takes c3, with the strong response d4, preventing white from supporting the exposed e5 pawn with another pawn, so e5 will remain a target for black. A less promising line is the tempting queen h4 check. It looks like white is simply
It looks like the most
G3
common move.
allows knight takes g3, taking advantage of the pinned h-pawn.
Then you're going to lose
The
your rook.
position suddenly becomes complicated after knight f3, attacking black's queen and preparing to meet queen h5, maintaining the pin against the h2 pawn, with knight takes d5. White's rook on h1 is hanging, but white is also threatening a fork with knight takes c7 check. The position is incredibly complicated, and white is by no means worse in these complications. One final move that should not be underestimated is queen f3, adding a second attacker against the knight while preparing kingside pressure. Black has no shortage of interesting ways to challenge this provocative queen move. Knight c6, attacking white's vulnerable e5 pawn, is a strong move to explore. Trading knights on c3 is also a reasonable option, when white may capture toward the center with b takes c3, or possibly play d takes c3. In this particular case, white is ready to play bishop f4, followed by sharpening the game with queenside castling. Another interesting idea worth exploring is to reinforce the knight with f5. We shouldn't casually move the f-pawn forward, but black is generally open to allowing e takes f6. When this is well met by knight takes f6, black may later take advantage of the open f-file by placing a rook on f8. Black's centralized knight is well supported by the pawns, so a sensible response is to challenge this knight
Very
with
strong
d3,
knight, that.
provoking the exchange knight takes c3, b takes c3. White would love to play
I don't
d4,
like that formation.
creating a central pawn chain while supporting the e5 pawn. This is a good moment for black to prevent white's idea by playing d4. In one instructive master-level encounter, white played queen g3, adding pressure against the g7 pawn, which discourages black's dark-squared bishop from entering the game. White is offering a pawn sacrifice on c3 in order to accelerate development, which black declines to accept for the moment, preferring to develop actively with knight c6. White decided to continue with the poisonous bishop e2. Bishop h5 check does not look like a serious threat, but if black decides to accept the pawn sacrifice with d takes c3, this was not a well-timed moment to grab a pawn, as this falls for the trap bishop h5 check, preparing to meet g6. With the crushing sacrifice, bishop takes g6 check, h takes g6, queen takes g6 check, king e7 runs into bishop g5 check, and king d7 allows queen takes f5 check. Black's exposed king will not survive long.
Oof.
Instead of falling for the trap, bishop e2 is well met by bishop e6, defending the f7 square, so preparing a sacrifice with bishop h5 check no longer works after g6. White decided to improve the position of the bishop with bishop f3, adding pressure down the long light square diagonal, while clearing the e2 square for the knight. The battle lines start to become clear after queen d7. The queen enters the action, supporting the g7 pawn, in case black wants to activate the dark-squared bishop. Black also signals queenside castling, when the play may become quite sharp. White's knight entered the game with knight e2, adding pressure against the d4 pawn, so this is a good moment to play d takes c3. Knight takes c3 would run into bishop b4, pinning the knight, followed by queen d4, when white's position is under serious pressure. So white decided to activate the last minor piece with bishop e3. Castling immediately is a strong option for black, and in the game black preferred to first play knight b4, threatening a fork on c2, followed by centralizing the knight with knight d5. This creates a sharp position in which opposite side castling is likely, when white will use the open b-file, as well as the bishops to create pressure against the queen side. Black on the other hand will seek active chances on the king side, likely with rook g8, preparing g5. Black achieved exactly this attacking plan, and went on to win the game. The bishop's opening with bishop c4, or the Vienna game with knight c3, are both
Probably should
interesting
try
ways to
the
avoid involved
bishop
opening theory
opening a
after
wee
the more
bit
popular
more.
knight f3 on the second move.
Good.
This opening can set the stage for relatively quiet, maneuvering struggles, or try to unleash sharp complications by offering gambit play. If black is unprepared, these lines can be quite dangerous to face, but a well-prepared player should expect natural chances without any serious dangers to fear. Thanks for exploring these interesting sidelines, and best of luck the next time the Vienna or Bishop's opening.
So, right, black would have been better off capturing on d4 instead of e4. How should white start a strong attack? On d4 instead. I believe X. Then there's this and check. The knight. Yep. So, white's e5 push was poorly planned. How should black respond? White's e5 push was poorly planned. How should black respond? And pin the pawn. It can be defended. Hold on, what's the position here? See, because they showed it from white's perspective in the actual, you know, theory showing you it, it's a lot more difficult to look at it from black's perspective. I would have preferred the option to flip the board, but I'm thinking this. And he can't take the pawn. And he defends. Doesn't seem right. Right. This. Or this. Where's the d5? Where's the d5? Yo, what's happening? Dortillo. Dortillo, the. You know rightly, I messed your name up last time. Don't even start it. Let's see. Is it d5? Then en passant. That's not going to be the option. And if it's takes, you get development. Get your bishop out. Oh, it is d5, so take, and then if they do take the g7 pawn, you can get your dark square bishop out a bit sooner as well. Black's just captured a pawn, but white will win it back with good position. With a good position. How should you do it? So, okay. It is knight g5. Reason it is knight g5 is because there's pressure on this pawn. You can't capture here due to queen a5 check, winning the knight, which is undefended. But if we go out to g5, pressure in the same square, it is blocked from this check by their pawn. Nice move. How should you win material? How do we win material here? If we capture, they're obviously going to take, and then we're going to lose the right to castle. If we take, they take back, we can capture that pawn, forking these two pieces, and can't be attacked. Take. No? And why does that not work? Black is okay in this unbalanced position. Try again, look for a stronger capture. Then if takes, if the F knight takes the F, the E knight, D takes E, Queen takes, then you're still losing the right to castle, but you're up a pawn. Are you? Yeah, you're up a center pawn. Okay. I'll do the chess puzzles really quick. Oh, yeah, we're trying to learn some openings and stuff here to, let's say, get tournament ready in March. That's the idea. Kind of further positional ideas in Excuse me. Well, this is currently the bishop's opening. I do want that. I think I'm going to try that out a wee bit more in Blitz. Excuse me. Keep bourbon. So, how's your black win material? Yeah, I think I'm going to try the bishop's opening a wee bit more in Blitz, because you can almost transpose into the Vienna game. Right, so black is looking this move. Black c6 was inaccurate. How should white take over the center? I think it's potion of takes. You get the queen out. Yep. Okay. And again, this came from the bishop's opening being e4, bishop bishop c4. Right. That was has sacrificed a piece, but can soon win it back with good play. So it would be here. Yep. Yep. Black has won a pawn, but will need to sacrifice it back to finish the development. How should you do it? This is going to be the pawn that's getting sacrificed. Need to develop. How should you do it? Now you don't want to go here, because this leads to check, losing the rook in the corner. I believe it's just here. And you castle. Yep. Right, we've seen this position. The idea is to get to this square, I think it is, so knight b5. Isn't it? Well, you've got checkmate and threats here. Getting rid of this defender of that there would lead to checkmate. Going here, obviously if they do take, it would be good start. How should you save the queen? It's dropping it back here. They push again. This is the Frankenstein variation. No, what is it? It was like Frankenstein something. And then check. And take the rook. Yep, okay. Try that again. Try that again, so all good, all good. So again, defend this square, you fall back, protects, you push forward again, check, take the rook. I should black. Okay, how do you fight against the Vienna Gambit? Okay. I play the Vienna Gambit myself, so I want to know how to fight back against it. It is pawn d4, takes. That's the main line. But I'll need to analyze this position and see what happens after it. Okay. Seen this complicated position. Can't. We go here, the knight gets in threatening the fork. There's a sacrifice here. Take, check. Take, check again. This is a good choice, but another check is even better. Try again, look for a stronger check to win material. Look for a stronger check to win material. Where can we check? So that's one, but that's not it. Check. It's that one. I didn't think that was it. Ow. Try again and look for a stronger check to win. Can't go here. This isn't the right move. Can't go here. Can't check here. We can't check here. Can't check there. Kill pawn. Oh. Right. Then it's, well, if we go there, I'll come. White is doing well, but there's even stronger check again. Assume it's this way. No, there's even stronger check again. Pushing the pawn again, but then can't it just be captured? Ah, but if it's captured, then you lose the queen. Right, okay. Let's...
When white plays e4, and black responds in...
Quickly run through these again, try them out. Get pawn front, yeah. We'll try out this all again, see how it goes. So, it was... Picks... Sacrifice, check, take. Move is push, take. Move is here. Take, drop back. Yeah, no, it was definitely a weird one. No, so I don't understand, because it was a jack. Yeah, so the king had to take or else fall back. If the king fell back, you would have lost the queen. But you lost the queen anyway at the end of the... right, let's see. They're attacking the square. What is it? House of Black win material. Queen d4? I don't know. I don't think the stream's awfully delayed, if at all. What was the move here again? The move was... What's the move? Threatening to go here. Why am I forgetting this one? No, that's not it. Yeah, I didn't think that was right. I'm trying to look for a way to win material. Oh, obviously, my head's gone. No, you check. You had to check with a queen, then you win the knight. No, it's unprotected in the center. So black c6 was inaccurate. The reason that is inaccurate because of here, queen takes the center. Right, black sacrificed the piece, but will soon win it back. You win that back forking and taking with the queen. They're attacking here. You can't go g6 because it'll be check, then winning the bishop in the corner. You go here, castle. The idea, what you're currently doing is attacking this pawn for checkmate. It is protected by the knight and only the knight. So you go to knight b5 in order to take away the defender. They attack your queen. You keep the pressure on the checkmate square. They develop the checkmate. You again pressure it. And now that the queen has moved away from the weak c7 pawn, you check and win the rook in the corner. So we're coming up against the Vienna. Best way to counter that is push in the center and take the pawn. The idea here is to sacrifice the bishop and take back with check. Take back with check. Give a check with the pawn protected by the queen. Push again because they can't take with any other piece but the king, as it was a discovered attack. Then you bring your bishop up and win the queen. Yeah, that's good. That's good. No, you don't talk unless you're learning it. Like, right, white is a Quempton. White is attempting a quick checkmate on f7. How should you defend? So you would defend by come push. I'm thinking knight out the h3 defending. Think that's the move? No. Yeah, because they just get development then in the center really quickly. I'm also thinking push, but it doesn't look right. The white takes. White takes. Then what? After white take. Just, no, you can't push there because it's still checkmate. Attack the queen. Yeah, attack the queen. And then still threatening it. Threatening it. In this position, you probably offer a trade queen. Let me see. I don't think this is the right move. Let me see. Good move. How should you develop to block white's queen? I believe the move is knight f6, but I'm going to go queen f6 to see what the computer will counteract that with. This is okay, but there's a better play. Yeah, okay, so it is okay to trade the queen's line, but it would be the knight protected. Now they're going for this anyway. So you would push the pawn in the center. This is a good move. Best option is to attack white's queen right away. How should you do it? How do you attack white's queen? Would here? No. Yeah, because then just take the check anyway. You attack white's queen, but again stop this. Not knight here, because again, same thing. Same thing happens. It's not knight there. It is knight there? And they're protected against the fork. Good move. How can you force away the defender of the f7 bishop? Black's doing well, but there's a stronger move to attack the queen. What should you play? Here? Defended by the knight. Yeah, it's a strange one. And then you can take bishop. Okay, this is the bishop's opening. It seems to started with e4, e5, bishop, c4, bishop, c5, queen d2, c6. So black is planning this move. Black has fallen into a trap. The trap is thinking a bishop sacrifice. Yeah, no. Is it? Bishop sacrifice. Check. It can be blocked. Check. Yeah. You're not winning material that way, are you? Okay. Alright. What strong sacrifice should black play to start attacking white's king? Strong sacrifice here. Take. Go here with the bishop. It can be blocked. No. Good work. How should you attack the pinned knight? Put pressure on the pinned piece. Let's try that one again. So it was sacrifice. How does this started? Very unusual position. Pawns have been pushed forward. Black has pushed their two center pawns forward. Got the knight out. Got the bishop out. They've got the knight out. White has decided to take. After white takes, it's take. Give a check. King has to move because there's no way to block it. Then, oh no, wrong. It's take. check. What surprising rook move to GM Boris Gelfand play to start a strong attack? Surprising rook move. Surprising rook move. Very many rook moves. Here or here. Yeah, we'll revisit this position. Next challenge. How did he develop his c8 bishop to the best possible square? So c8 bishop, the best square for c8 is... In this position, yeah, the first idea was to go here, but they're going to be taken by the queen. Okay. I am also thinking bishop e6. Therefore, or no, because this is protected twice, stopping the fork. It's not here, it's not there, because you're just looking at a brick wall, and here you can be taken. It's not here because it doesn't make sense. Here again does not make sense. You're not looking at anything and can be attacked. Is it a bishop sack? No, it's not a bishop sack. Is there? Okay, so he takes. You take back. Should you offer another trade? Here. And if they do take, you get your queen out threatening mate. No. Okay. Here? Okay. No. Because the win tempo. Okay. Yeah, so then that threatens mate. Needs to be defended. Okay. Yeah, I would have thought a queen trade in that position. World champion Carlsen just sacrificed a bishop on f7. What should black play? On f7, sacrificed. Weak squares are here. Knight can jump in unattacked. So if you take the bishop, they get their knight in with it, the double attack on the queen. Is it this move? Oh, because you're in check. So take, it's a double check. You hide in the corner. Your queen's under attack. And here, yeah, threatening this pawn on the knight as well. Yeah, he just sees his thing in an absolute instant. So he does. In an instant. What surprising sacrifice should black play to start a great attack? So my idea immediately is knight here. Your queen gets taken. You can jump in, fork in both of these pieces. Queen moves. Bishop here, which is pinning. Let's see. Okay. Then no. Okay. There's a better attacking move. Try to find a winning check. So check would be. No, that's not the winning check. Where is there another check? What? This one? Why is that a winning? What should you sacrifice next? No. Oh, discovered check? Oh, discover check doesn't work. Okay. Not knight there. Check, take. Ah, it is. So it's check, take, discover check. You win the queen. And then you win the bishop after. Yeah. Let's see that one again. Sack your queen. Give a check. Sacrifice your knight. Give a discover check and win the queenie back. Then take the bishop. And you're up 1 pawn. All that for 1 pawn. Quickly getting into an endgame. White has played a dangerous but risky pawn sacrifice. How should black defend? E5. I'm thinking here, stopping the development of the bishop or the knight. Okay. This is mate. How do you defend it and keep an advantage? Okay. Black has defended incorrectly. White has a win an attack. What should you play? I had to try the sacrifice. I had to try it. Here. Take the pawn in the center. White is doing well, but there's a better threat to threaten checkmate, which is here. It's defended. How should you win material? Win material by... How do you win material in this position? No. White is slightly better. Try to find a stronger move. Stronger move. Oh, there. Then. How can you mate in 2 moves? So checks, captures, attacks. Any checks? There is no safe checks. No, there's no safe checks. No. Oh, there is here. And mate. Oh. Okay. So you take the center. The knight has came out and been traded. I don't know how that's happened, but the knight has came out and got traded with this knight. Take. They then push their pawns in the center. You threaten here. Take. Threaten mate. Gets defended. Capture the pawn. Jack. Hit. Okay. It's going well. We're getting there. Black allowed. Light squared bishop. Hold on. You know what? Hope it's not. I don't think that's too loud. Hopefully. Black allowed the white light square bishop to become too powerful. It was a brilliant combination to white play at the start of winning attack. White's light square bishop is very powerful. Why? Because it has a huge diagonal looking right beside the king. This pawn can be captured because this is pinned, but we don't have any pieces attacking it. We take, they take. I don't know. Get a hint. This is gonna be the first hint one. Right, sacrifice your knight to threaten mate. Okay, so this is That's not a sacrifice, okay. Threaten mate. Give a check. Give a check. You take? No. No. Why does it not work? Black is winning. Try again. Okay. Because they're up. Okay. Why? Why? Why is black winning? Can't go check. Can't go check. No. You go check. Take. No, check and then take. I don't know. Capture a pawn and attack f6. Remember that black's bishop is pinned. Ah, right. Now... No, so add another attacker, bring the rook over. Okay, great move. Who should keep up the attack? Would be check. Okay. Right, one more lesson. Alright, alright. Yeah, this is a copycat variation. In the copycat, you go queen here, queen comes out. After that, it's just developing as normal. No, because they're threatening mate. No, but they're not threatening mate because queen moved over and computer sees that as a safer option. Isn't it? So is it that? No. It's a better attack move. It's push? No? What? Try to find a strong threat and check the hint if you're stuck. What is a strong threat? Because the attack here is too strong. Then it's... Yep. You should develop by attacking the queen. And then how do you defend your bishop? You defend your bishop by here, no, because you'll lose your rook, so it must be this pawn. How should you bring another piece into the attack? Obviously a bishop move here. Or is it rook here first? Yeah, bring the rook over. Okay, so a sacrifice will be here. Yeah, sacrifice to force mate. Yeah. White. Currently go here or here. Sacrifice, can you give up to stop that? Be here? There's a faster path to mate. Sacrifice and attack the hint if you're stuck. No, it's not that. Not just push, is it? No, I don't think it was that. Oh, hold on, what is it? Sacrifice your queen to force checkmate. Why is that forcing checkmate? Checkmate, checkmate in 3 moves. Right. Check. Check. No. This is a hard one. This is a difficult one. Let's try that again. So we get the copycat variation. Here, queen comes out. Queen comes out. Attack the queen, down, move across, attack the queen. Bend the bishop, bring the rook. Then sacrifice the rook. Sacrifice the queen. Check. And oh, hold on, I need to try that again. That's a. I've had this position several times. Knight jumps in. Move over. Back. Here. Oh. Right. Okay. That's definitely
to e4,
something.
e6 turns the game into the French defense, preparing to strike in the center with d5. White is granted a space advantage in the center after d4, when black counterattacks white's center with d5. White has a variety of choices to consider. We're going to examine white's most ambitious and popular choice, knight c3, supporting the e4 pawn while adding pressure against black's center. D takes e4 is known as the Rubinstein variation, which leads to slightly passive but relatively solid play for black. Black's most popular responses are knight f6, which we'll later examine, or the more aggressive bishop b4, known as the winnower variation. Black pins the knight, threatening d takes e4. White has a variety of sidelines that can be explored, including simplifying the game with e takes d5. The most challenging as well as popular response is to resolve the central tension and grab space with e5. The e5 pawn discourages knight f6, restricting the knight's most active option to enter the game. White enjoys a central space advantage, so black should energetically counterattack white's center. 2 candidate pawn breaks are c5 and f6. Since the d4 pawn is not protected by another pawn, this is a great square to target, starting with c5. Black is trying to undermine white's center, because if the d4 pawn falls, the e5 pawn will become vulnerable to attack. White can address this issue by confronting black's bishop with a3. If black counterattacks white's knight with c takes d4, white will be happy to claim the bishop pair with a takes b4, leading to comfortable play for white. Bishop a5 is a sideline known as the Armenian variation. White has 2 strong responses, b4, unpinning the knight, and preparing the unpleasant knight b5, eyeing the weak d6 square. Queen g4, just like the mainline variation we're about to examine, places serious pressure against black's position. In response to a3, the mainline response is to initiate the exchange bishop takes c3 check. B takes c3. We have reached a strategically rich position filled with imbalances. White enjoys a space advantage as well as the bishop pair, a potential long-term positional asset, especially if the position begins to open. Currently, white's dark-squared bishop is quite restricted by the central pawn chain, so white may try to activate it with a4 and bishop a3, highlighting the weakened dark squares in black's position. White's light-squared bishop also enjoys less options based upon black's light-squared central structure. In exchange for the bishop pair, white's pawn structure has been compromised. Notice the isolated pawn on a3 and the doubled pawns on the c-file. These pawns can prove long-term liabilities for black to target, but notice the pawn on c3 supports d4, extending white's central pawn chain from c3 to e5, making it more difficult for black to break down white's central space advantage. The open d-file may also prove useful for white's major pieces to generate active play on the queen side.
Had this position,
black has to make a critical decision to try and keep the position closed, turning the game into a subtle positional maneuvering game, or else invite incredible complications.
I feel comfortable with it. You have the bishop pair.
An important sideline to explore is queen a5. This is the so-called Portish hook variation. The early queen move threatens the unprotected c3 pawn, forking the king and rook. Preparing to meet bishop d2, defending the pawn and suggesting a possible c4 discovered attack against the queen, with queen a4, adding pressure against both the d4 and c2 pawns. This approach often prepares to resolve the central tension with c4, restricting white's bishop pair. White's most aggressive response is queen g4, when black can either forfeit the right to castle with king f8, certainly not the end of the world at such a close position, or accept dark square weaknesses on the king side with g6. This is a line definitely worth exploring, and white may also consider a more subtle approach with queen b1, taking advantage of the open lines on the b-file, and black should not overlook the threat of bishop b5 check, forking the king and queen. This allows black to close the position with c4. The closed nature of the position makes it difficult for either side to generate dangerous attacks early in the game. Since the center remains closed, both kings are under less pressure to commit to castling. White may decide to grab space on the king side with h4, or follow in the footsteps of Grandmaster Wang Hao with knight e2. Moving the knight to e2 may appear a bit strange at first sight, but we'll soon understand what white has in mind. If black would like to provoke complications on the king side, then the pawn break f6 is worth exploring. But Grandmaster Vasily Ivanchuk, playing black, preferred to keep the position closed with knight c6. White's knight eyes the king side, and eventually the vulnerable g7 pawn, a typical weakness in the winnower, with knight f4. Grandmaster Ivanchuk developed his other knight with knight g to e7, preparing to meet knight h5, attacking the g7 pawn, with rook g8. Black avoids making any weaknesses on the king side, and signals a likely plan to castle queen side. The knight on h5 does an excellent job restricting black's kingside activity, as it adds pressure to g7, and also discourages an f6 pawn break. White completes his kingside development starting with g3, preparing to activate the light-squared bishop. Grandmaster Ivanchuk played bishop d7, preparing to castle on the queen side. White should not be tempted to grab a pawn with queen takes b7, as this runs into trouble after rook b8, taking over the open b-file and forcing queen c7. Black could force a draw with rook c8, but rather than repeating moves, a strong response is to play queen takes c2, invading white's territory when white will have a difficult time castling without losing the dark-squared bishop. This turns out to be the least of white's concerns, because after bishop g2, black has the powerful move queen b2, threatening the rook on a1 while supporting the rook on b8. This means that after white plays king e2, connecting the rooks while still defending the dark-squared bishop, white's wayward queen is in serious trouble after rook b7. If the queen tries to escape with queen d6, not only does black have the powerful shot knight takes d4 check, preparing to meet c takes d4 with c3, attacking the pinned bishop, black may also play knight f5, attacking the enemy queen, which runs out of squares after queen c5. Black has no shortage of crushing moves, but the simplest option is to chase down the queen with rook b5, when white's queen is run out of safe squares. Grandmaster Wang Hao did not fall for this trap, and continued with his plan of kingside development with bishop h3. This extended fianchetto adds pressure against the e6 pawn, when both sides decided to castle. Grandmaster Ivanchuk spent a tempo to place his king on b8. This move anticipates white's potential idea of queen b2, followed by placing a rook on b1, threatening checkmate on b7. Now that the c8 square is clear, black can play bishop c8, defending the b7 pawn, or as black played in the game, rook c8, preparing rook c7. Black's strategy to build a central blockade results in serious maneuvering struggles in which black remains relatively solid, but white does enjoy reasonable chances to build an initiative based upon the open lines on the b-file, as well as the eventual pawn break of f4 and f5. In this particular encounter, white was able to break through and win the game. Queen a5 sets the stage for a more strategic, maneuvering battle. If black is in the mood to provoke a sharp middle game struggle, then black may decide to play knight e7. If white plays a natural developing move such as knight f3, not only can black consider queen a5, another interesting choice is b6, preparing to exchange black's light-squared bishop for its more active counterpart, with bishop a6. The flank pawn moves a4, preparing bishop a3, as well as the ultra-aggressive h4, a somewhat trendy option that intends to grab more space and provoke weaknesses on the king side with h5, and if allowed, h6, should both be taken seriously. One option to explore against both of these flank pawn moves is queen a5, with similar ideas to the queen a5 lines we discussed earlier. White's most principled and challenging option is to take advantage of black's vulnerable king side with queen g4.
Is it there? Is it?
Black's unprotected g7 pawn, a consequence of activating the winnower dark-squared bishop so early in the game.
Huh?
This is a critical moment in the opening, as black's response defines the middle game struggle. Defending the g7 pawn with knight f5 is not a popular choice, as white can play bishop d3, attacking the knight, provoking additional kingside weaknesses in order to avoid an immediate loss of material.
No music?
King f8 is a surprising way to defend the pawn, and may even look like a mouse slip, although it
The
does
music
forfeit
is down
castling
quite
rights,
low.
accepting a somewhat awkward, passive position. It's actually not so easy to break down if black remains patient. A far more popular king move is to castle directly into the storm. This historic mainline option has been put under serious pressure, as white enjoys dangerous kingside attacking chances.
Like two overlapping of everything.
White's opening initiative, preparing to defend before looking for counterattacking chances.
Once
Completely different approach is to fight fire with fire.
Once the
by
talking
first playing
stops,
c takes
the music
d4,
will
or directly playing queen c7, turning the game into the razor-sharp poison pawn variation. This subtle queen move applies pressure against white's advanced e5 pawn, as well as x-raying the unprotected pawn on c3. White is invited to ravage black's kingside with queen takes g7, capturing a pawn while attacking the unprotected rook, forcing the response rook g8. Black's rook counterattacks white's queen, allowing white to grab another pawn with queen takes h7. White is currently up 2 pawns, and the newly passed h-pawn is especially dangerous. White will seek to advance the passed pawn, trying to punish black's carefree attitude on the king side. That being said, by sacrificing 2 pawns on the king side, the g and h files are now open, so black's major pieces may try to use these open files for counterplay. We shouldn't forget that in order to accept black's pawns, white's queen is the only developed piece, so white's position remains vulnerable to counterattack. Black must act quickly and create counterplay before white comfortably completes development, so it's essential to play c takes d4. Capturing this pawn reveals the queen's attack against the c3 pawn, threatening to fork the king and rook. The e5 pawn is also hanging with check, highlighting the strength of black's subtle queen move. World champion McCall Tall experimented with king d1, avoiding the deadly fork on c3, while preserving the option of developing the knight to the more active f3 square, but this committal king move has not attracted many followers. White's main response is the strange-looking knight e2. supporting the c3 square while attacking the d4 pawn. Queen takes e5 is no longer with check. It would be a serious mistake, as white can improve the pawn structure with c takes d4, gaining a tempo against the queen. White's knight also supports bishop f4, when white's pieces come to life, exactly what black wants to avoid. There's nothing wrong with playing d takes c3 immediately, but sometimes black prefers to first play the tricky knight b to c6, supporting black's pawn on d4, while also attacking the e5 pawn. This move sets up a small trap if white decides to play c takes d4. It looks like black is in serious trouble as white has corrected the pawn structure while reinforcing the e5 stronghold, but white is in for a rude awakening after knight takes d4. Suddenly knight takes c2 check is a serious threat, and if white makes the mistake of capturing the knight, this allows the nice tactical shot, queen c3 check, forking the king, rook, and knight on d4, so white is in serious trouble.
Ooh.
Rather than falling for the trap, white can reinforce the center with f4. When after the typical d takes c3, white may capture the c3 pawn immediately, leading to interesting play, but white's most common continuation is queen d3, centralizing the queen, adding pressure against the c3 pawn, while also clearing the path for the h-pawn to march up the board. The modern pawn sacrifice d4 has been black's most trusted resource, leading to forcing, concrete play. The classical response is to focus on development with bishop d7, possibly preparing queenside castling. When after knight takes c3, the unpleasant knight b5 is in the air, so black should prevent this idea with a6. If white decides to march the h-pawn up the board, then knight f5 and queenside castling is likely in black's future. We should note that if white plays rook b1, taking advantage of the semi-open b-file sets the stage for an instructive trap. Black has no shortage of interesting ideas, including knight a5, preparing to post itself on the c4 square. Knight f5 is a sensible move, and black may decide to keep the king in the center for the time being with rook c8, preparing to create dangerous counterplay down the c-file. One thing is certainly clear, black should not castle at this exact moment, as white has the surprising resource queen takes a6. Thanks to the rook on b1, opening up the b-file with b takes a6 allows bishop takes a6 check, when black is forced to surrender the queen with queen b7, leading to an overwhelming advantage for white. The poison pawn variation sets the stage for a sharp struggle in which both sides must tread carefully, as a single slip can spell absolute disaster. The Winnower variation with bishop b4 often creates early imbalances with bishop takes c3, leading to sharp play with mutual chances. D takes e4 is known as the Rubinstein variation, known for its solid, somewhat passive play. A popular middle ground option is knight f6, immediately challenging white's center. This is a provocative move, inviting white to grab space and gain a tempo against the knight with e5, known as the Steinitz variation. The knight typically retreats to the d7 square. Your first impression may suggest this does not look like a great square for the knight, and there's certainly some point to that thought, but it does add pressure against white's advanced e5 pawn, which may later help prepare the thematic French pawn break f6. The knight also supports the other thematic French pawn break, c5, while also eyeing the b6 square to help fight for queenside control. The knight on d7 is a bit awkwardly placed, but we should also mention it is not alone. White's knight on c3 isn't ideally placed to deal with black's pawn break c5, attacking the d4 pawn, when white would like to reinforce this pawn with c3. White sometimes plays the strange-looking knight c to e2, preparing to meet c5 with c3. Although we are generally advised not to move the f-pawn too early, in this case white's most popular response is f4, reinforcing the e5 pawn while increasing white's space advantage. This sets the stage for a future f5 pawn break, which may help support a kingside attack. The struggle for the center intensifies as both sides focus on the d4 pawn with c5, attacking the pawn while seizing queenside space, so white sensibly reinforces the pawn with knight f3, preparing to meet the natural knight c6, with bishop e3. White has stabilized the center for the time being, when black must commit to a particular path. Releasing the tension with c takes d4, preparing to activate the dark squared bishop with bishop c5 is a classical option worth exploring. Intensifying the pressure against the center and b2 pawn with queen b6 is a provocative option, leading to concrete play after knight a4, allowing black to play an interesting check with queen a5. Developing modestly with bishop e7, contemplating kingside castling is a solid choice. Since white enjoys a central and kingside space advantage, another popular path to explore is a6, preparing to generate counterplay on the queen side. A useful move for white is queen d2, centralizing the queen while clearing the path for a future rook d1. This move may also allow a future queen f2, eyeing both the king side as well as adding additional pressure against the c5 pawn. Black's queenside expansion continues with b5, dreaming of advancing to b4, gaining a tempo against the knight, followed by a5 and bishop a6, resolving black's so-called bad bishop problem. If black is able to play b4, this eliminates the knight's protection of e4, so black may try to engineer a future c takes d4, clearing the c5 square for the maneuver knight c5 to e4. White has no shortage of interesting choices. The most popular of these options include releasing the tension with d takes c5, preparing a dark square blockade with knight e2 to d4. White may also decide to maintain the tension with a3, discouraging an immediate b4 and remaining flexible based upon how black decides to continue. The interested viewer can explore the straightforward bishop b7, or the more energetic queen moves queen b6, continuing the struggle over the center, or queen a5, taking advantage of the pinned a3 pawn, renewing the positional threat b4. The Steinitz variation can lead to early simplifications if either side resolves the tension between the d4 and c5 pawns, but it can also be filled with tension, as is the case here, with plenty of interesting play for both sides. The Steinitz variation with e5 is a challenging option, clamping down against black's position. Another popular path is to maintain the tension in the center with bishop g5, pinning the f6 knight and threatening to advance the e-pawn forward. Black has several ways to deal with this threat, including d takes e4, turning the game into the Bern variation, which has similarities to the Rubinstein variation we mentioned as a third move alternative. The The counterattacking bishop b4, known as the Makachian variation, shares certain similarities with the winnower, or black may decide to enter the classical variation with a straightforward bishop e7, unpinning the knight, renewing the threat against the e4 pawn, provoking the pawn advance e5. Once again, we see black's knight retreat to the d7 square, building tension against white's center while offering an exchange of dark squared bishops. We can see a similar theme to the Steinitz variation if white continues with bishop takes e7, preparing to meet queen takes e7, with the space gaining f4, a popular option worth investigating. If white wants to sharpen the game, then a strong resource is h4. Known as the Aliekin Chittard attack, black is by no means obligated to accept this pawn sacrifice, and may prefer to counterattack in the center with knight c6, the thematic pawn break c5, question the bishop with h6. Castling is quite risky, inviting white to create a dangerous kingside attack. If black decides to play bishop takes g5, h takes g5, white's rook becomes incredibly active on the h-file without having to move. The sacrifice is accepted with queen takes g5. White has a variety of interesting options to explore, including queen d3, adding pressure against the h7 pawn, attacking the c7 pawn with knight b5, preparing to meet queen d8, with queen g4 as a dynamic option worth keeping in mind. But white's most common path historically has been knight h3. The knight does not obstruct white's queen on the d1 to h5 diagonal, so after queen e7, white may first activate the knight with knight f4, or immediately play queen g4, attacking black's unprotected g7 pawn, provoking kingside weaknesses. This is a dangerous gambit with serious dynamic potential, so white enjoys full compensation for the pawn. Defending the e4 pawn while adding serious pressure against black's center with knight c3 is white's most active approach against the French defense. Black's most popular continuations include bishop b4, known as the winnower variation, provoking positional imbalances with the potential for sharp play. Knight f6 is also worth considering, allowing white to either pin the knight with bishop g5, or gain a space advantage with e5.
Oh. Play a promising pawn sacrifice here, Get out. No. It's gonna move because I'm supposed to attack and hit that multi-play, but here. Counter attack. Good work. Black counter attack d4. How to far off. No, it's not that. Should you accept? I think you should. And here? No. How do you threaten? Nice move. How can you threaten to win back your sacrificed pawn with interest? How do you win back your sacrificed pawn with interest? What? Threaten a fork on c7. Oh. No? What? Threaten a fork on c7? Oh, c7. Oh yeah, so here. Right. A strong pawn sacrifice. White played again an edge against black's rare bishop to retreat. Black wins a pawn with a good possession. Try again, look for a way to take advantage of the newly unpinned knight. They take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. You go forward. Get attacked. It's not moving forward, is it? Is? The only way for black to prevent the powerful check on d6 would be to retreat the bishop, give back sacrifice. Check here. Right. Okay. So white has captured a poison pawn, and black is doing well. Try to find a way to win material. So we've captured the poison pawn here. Or no, white has captured the poison pawn. What was that? White has captured. Win back material. The queen's trapped. Our queen's under attack. Take. No. Something to do with this pawn. Again, we're under attack. Take the attack. What? Yeah, no, I understand. But it's more so quite similar positions and learning the main lines of quite a lot of openings. Like, for example, this is the French. I've came up against several times. I'll finish these lessons and then we'll jump into a few games. I'm going to try out the bishop opening as well. I don't think that's the right move. Yeah, I don't think that. So is it that? No. No. Sacrifice the knight to remove a defender from the white queen. Defender of the white queen. Yeah, wrong one. This one. Tick tack. No. And if we take yeah, no, it definitely can, but if you're understanding the openings a wee bit more, the whole idea is that it doesn't take you that long. Black's doing well, but let's capture the other rook. Let's capture... Yeah. For example, this looks like quite an easy position to get with the pawns. It's obviously it's the advanced French. Black has sacrificed 2 kingside pawns for strong attack. How should you win back material? How do you win back material? I don't think he's here at the minute, man. So I don't think he went on there. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Would you like a game? We'll play a wee unrated game if you want. Since it's been a while, so it has. Better move. Try again and check the hint if you're stuck. What is the hint? Sacrifice a knight, distract the white's knight from defending c3. Yeah, no. No, c3. No, that's... Yeah. So you go here, right. We'll try that again, and then you win the rook. Try that again, so yes. Yeah, so this is the check that we want. Here, you're forking everything, and then you take the rook. Okay. As you just said to me, there's no better studying than doing it yourself. Have you tried Chesley? Gotham's free, you know, courses. He has the Vienna is one of the free courses. It's at your elo. You'll absolutely slaughter with it. Learning the basics of Carol Khan. They've got the Dutch as well. I do enjoy playing the Dutch, but it can be difficult. What should black do about white's threat to win the knight on f6? Here? No. Look for a strong threat. Keep it up, so keep chasing it down. Yes, now I've seen this position in the opening of the 1960 World Champion. How did Mikhail Tal develop with a threat against the undefended pawn? He continued his development by start. How do you retreat the queen and keep an eye on the g7 pawn? Good move. Black sacrifice the pawn. Should you capture it? Yes. Good, but I'm gonna aim for a competition, and then you take this, and you're winning. Now you have this threat. I think we meet it with knight e2. It's sensible, but I'll prefer a cunning king move. Oh yes, so he moved the king over to d1, which wasn't followed by many. It's not, well, okay, what elo are you? Like, I understand that it can be bad in quite low elo, but it just depends what you are. If you're, I would say if you're about 700 plus, then it's brilliant opening. Oh my nose. Thanks. Push. Keep black's king in the center. They play to keep black's king in the center. Better piece to place on g5. How should you chase away the black queen? There's pass pawns here, so okay, this was black's move. You push, take away space. Good idea. How should you force black to break the pin with your knight? Oh, okay. Well, you trade down then. What is your elo? Little black start deadly pawn storm against. Great start. Knight takes b5, rook b8 would favor black, but now the attack is even stronger. What should you play next? Knight takes b5. Huh? Oh, and then rook here. Queen? Should you play next? Queen out? It's a good move, but there's a better option. Find strong threat. Then queen here? Yep. And push. Should you open the white queen? No. No, that's not it. How do you open the white queen? Or king? Yeah, you can play with the bots. Like I could. They do have a decent wee bit of opening repertoire. I have beat, I think. I've beat a couple of 1600 bots, so I have. What should you capture? Or should you bring another piece into the attack? Another piece into the attack. Oh, bring a rook over. No? This is a good move, but there's even better. We'll try to find a precise square for the d7 knight. Then you can come up. Either moves. Okay, this is the last one. How should black bring more pieces into the attack? More pieces into the attack. Let's zoom knight here. No, so knight the other side. Good move, but no. Rook over. No. Queen? Develop your light square bishop and prepare to target white's queen. Oh, so here and here. Here. Then. And well played. How should you harass the white queen? How do you continue attacking the white queen? How do you continue to attack white's queen? How? Sacrifice a piece to expose king. It's not mate. Yeah. Yeah. We'll do these, so 20 more lessons about the French defense, and then we'll jump into some games. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. Take advantage of the bishop pair. How did he open the position? No. Pawn break. It's the only one that we'll have. Good start. I can continue to plan to trade pawns. Take. Take advantage of his bishop pair to create a winning attack. Bishop here. Bishop here. I think. Oh no, he went bishop. We didn't go bishop there. Yeah, I don't think he did. No. Create a pin on A3. The F8 diagonal. And threaten a back rank tactic. How do you threaten a back rank? So how do you threaten a back rank? We take, he takes. Bring a rook over. So can you develop with another threat? Here? No. Create a battery on the G file? Okay. Yeah, I don't think it was that one, isn't it? No? I don't want to piece for the queen to attack backs. Knight? Great work. Where's the mate? Where is the checkmate? It is... Tech. No. For checks, where's the mate? Check. Ah, because of the pen, he can't move. Right? Okay. Kingside, I can win white's. White batter must strong move can white pawn on e5 makes difficult for back faces. Down to kingside, how can white sacrifice a loop? We keep up the attack here. If black had played king g8 in the last challenge, I would white force mate here. What? There's an even better check. What? Captured the pawn with check. Oh, there. Then Deck. Checkmate. Oh. That's the undermine. On center, how can you win? There's just one back a pawn, but black has a big advantage. What should they play? Can't move because of the pin. Jack, tech. I should black take advantage of the lead and development to attack that. Yeah. Attack with queen. No. Fork white's bishop on the f2 pawn. Now we got here. I assume check. Then check. Not take there. What? How could black win white's queen if the game continued? It would be here. Good, they have 7 pawns to attack the white center. How can black open the position with a winning attack? Oh. Here? Black make a winning pin. Winning pin? Then white's need to. Oh. This is a good move, but there's an even better one. Try to find the strongest capture. The strongest capture. No. No. Rook. Aye, because you're going to lose the rook anyway, so. Desperado. Excuse me. Sacrificing another knight to work on. I should wait justify the piece sacrifice. I mean, you get sure. And piece to capture. Try to find a precise capture. What? Here? No. Because it opens up the fence here. Then check. Then. A1 material. Oh, here. Move. I should just save the rook. Tackle. Right. Take the rook. Okay. Right, let's see. What is the strongest spot I've beaten? 1600. Yeah. We'll sneeze. Right, we'll try the Dutch. It doesn't play a Staunton Gambit, which is here. It's extremely strong pawn move. Knight's obviously going to go here. How do we develop the bishop? To bring the knight out first. We'll bring a knight out and we'll fiend cattle this side. Yeah. Tag, 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 tag. Threatening here. Queen comes up. Let's see that. Okay, no. No jacks. Can we threaten anything? We can attack the bishop. We can attack the queen by falling back. Weakens this square to be captured. We can push. Completely blocking off this bishop. And then blocking our own in as well. Let's see. Yeah, now if we take, it's going to destroy his pawn structure. They're going to castle queenside. I think we castle queenside as well. So takes. Drop back. Drop back, attack the queen. Okay, now they're re-attacking the square again. And go here, threaten the rook, offer a quick. Okay, they want to trade. That's fine. Now we can be in Cato and castle. Now if we take, they're going to take us. Let's just defend that and open up the G file for ourselves. The castle kingside? Wow, did not see that coming. Did not see that coming. Yeah, that's okay with us. Now it just... we're going to get checked. Now we can block. Give a check ourselves, move up. We can push here, can't we? Here takes. So I think we push first, save that pawn. Jack. Move up to defend, and then now we can castle. They're planning on going here, and they're also attacking this pawn, so we'll castle quickly. Now this pawn's defended. This is weak. This is seems to be a good square to go to. Yeah, so I think no, because that leaves this undefended. Let's defend that first. Hello, Marta. All good. Right. That wasn't good. Now, because if we take, we are getting back rank mated. Here, no, well, our rook's under attack. Then they're going to take this pawn. We take that pawn. That's also under attack. Any better moves? Anything else? No, I think that's probably the best one. No, it is, well, we're going to trade down. Okay, trade down. What's a bishop and a knight? Oh. Okay, well, I'm fine with this. Board's quite open. Suits the bishop a bit more. Now we start pushing our pawns. Stops the development here. Start to bring our king. Start to bring our king. Capture this pawn. They get stuck in this spot for quite a bit. Is it going? You having a good day anyway, man? Okay, so knight's looking to go here. Gonna be check. We can't do anything if we push forward. Let's stop the check. Okay, it doesn't. Yeah, didn't see that one now. Push forward. We can keep this on the diagonal. Push the pawn. Yeah. Go check. We win this pawn. Keep the bishop because the king's protecting. We do get checks, and now we're losing the bishop. I messed that one up. I did. And they get that pawn too. Now we need to try and get over here before his king starts to damage ours. Yeah, giving us checks just helps get us across. Yeah, again, not attacking any just yet. Now they're pushing. Yeah, I think I'm winning the endgame. No, I was just trying openings there, doing lessons there first, and turns out the strongest bot I've beaten is a 1600. So I want to see this one I got stuck on, Isabel. I got stuck on it for quite a bit. Now my knowledge is a bit better. We're trying it out. I think we can push. Yeah, it's gonna be a draw. Oh. Ah, you pain. Is the computer gonna make a draw here, or what's going on? What is actually going on? What is happening? Stop giving me checks. Okay, now we get a queen. I can push this forward, bring it up. Now, checkmate would be... Give a check. That's a fork, so we gotta move, obviously. Check again. Check again, safe for the king. Here. He moved to stop any forks. Move to stop any forks. Is it? Yeah, no, I beat all the rest of them apart from Isabel just yet. This is becoming a real pain this night. Yeah, I know I can, but looking out for forks and stuff. Yeah, let's try our mating technique with a queen and a king. See how that goes. I think I've got it down to a T now, so I do. So you put the queen here in the type of L shape from the king. Keep going across. Yeah, it's still in the L shape, so now the only squares they can go to is this one and here. So now we start to bring the king. Be sure not to cut this off. Yeah. Now, if we go here, they have to go back. Then we can't go forward. Check. Okay, now the only squares they have are, well, they have 3 squares now, or 4, so they do. Now we can bring the king again. Okay, now we'll get the queen on the back rank. Bring the king over. Or bring the king a wee bit closer. Yep, still 2 legal squares, and then this is gonna be mate. Right, let's try a person. Let's try play a person. The bullet. 2 minute, 1 second interval bullet. Yay! I know, done it. Thank God. Yeah, we're at, no, that's fine. And want to go here, destroy the pawn structure. Ah, completely didn't see that one. Ah, that's really annoying. That's really annoying. See that knight move in the center? I haven't seen that in quite a while. We'll threaten a fork of our own. We takes here, check. I can't push forward. So we're threatening to win back the material. Yeah, now he castles in. So we don't have the opportunity to get our rook out. Oh, that didn't go well. That one didn't go good. Didn't go good. We're just down a rook. I like that knight move really. What did I mess up there? It's gonna come down for check. Yeah, I know, obviously I know trading wouldn't be ideal. Because we're not up material. I have no way of protecting that. The only way I would do is here, and then if he obviously trades off, well, the only way I would stop that check. So it is. It's the only way I would stop that check. But even if he trades, we get here. Yeah, so well, we can take here. No, can't. It's gonna go check. We're gonna have to drop back. Attack this pawn. Start moving over into the corner. now we can go. Oh, got there. We're gonna make moves. That just protects this pawn. I'm gonna go check, and he's gonna win that rook. Or no, he goes. Okay, check's there, right? You pain, you absolute pain. This one's not well. It's not going well. I gotta look at that, analyze that, and figure out what the hell, what to do with that knight move. Never know. You never know. Time is a big factor. Don't know why I done that. I really don't know why I done that. Yeah, why did I do that? Just reaction. I just seen it, completely forgetting about his other rook. Right, hold on. Okay, I prefer this move. I do like this, doing this move. Okay. Right. So what do you do here? Yeah, you take. You take. Right, you need to preserve the bishop. Okay. And yeah, here I just made a massive mistake and throwing that bishop out. That's what the mistake was. It's just one move, blunder, completely for unnoticing this. I did notice it in this position. I noticed it, but then after the trades, I just completely forgot about it. Yeah. No, that's just bad for me. It's just bad. Right. Dutch. What opening is he playing? Right here. That's a strange opening. Okay, now this dark squared bishop. It's going to take a while to get into the game. So it will. My next idea is here, h6, stop this knight from coming in anywhere. Not that it would do much there, but it's a preventative move. And then get the bishop up. We could castle this way, or get the knight. Taken. Okay, he does that anyway. I don't. Okay, this is undefended. So here. Okay. Here to go queenside. Right, now it's going to come here. What do you do? Oh, I moved his rook. Let's move the king over one. Right, he's pushing the pawns in the center. That's tech. Gosh. We just go then tech. We didn't miscalculate that, so go tech, and it makes no sense for him to take with a rook. He'd just be losing it. Got a big attack here on his king side. Okay, it's going alright so far. Right, so now our queen's under attack. Can jump in here, tech. I think this is the move. Don't want to spend too much time thinking on it now. Do think that's the move. Defended 4 times. It's attacked 3 times. So if he takes with a knight, we take with a bishop, pinning, or forking. Get a fork. Okay. Now let's... We can reinforce the center? No, because that's undefended. We'll start... We'll attack the queen again. Let's have a look at that. Oh jeez, that's bright. Oh hold on, I need to change the scene. Forgot that, my bad. The win rate with the Dutch is not fantastic, but yeah, so D4 was the move here, or D5, sorry. So why is that better? Our light square bishop is blocked in. We have a pawn storm coming here this way. We have roll over the center, but don't know. Okay, so moving up on the queen d7 was better. It was quite even. He had bits of advantage, but didn't fully capitalize on them. Should have started a pawn storm himself a bit earlier instead of focusing so much on the center. Now we should have taken in the center. Why? Right. Good. Yeah, what did he miss? So him taking would have been better. Why? So we lost the knight. We not have taken here? No. Takes. Takes. Right. So what would Pushin would have done? So him taking give him a massive advantage. That rook move was a huge mistake. Pushin here would have done what? Kept a bit closer to even, but still had basically 1 advantage. Yeah, that knight move's best move. Should have taken with a pawn. Then it wanted to defend. Okay, yeah, that would have made sense, that knight move. I couldn't figure out where to put the knight. No idea where to put it. Let's try. Say some blitz. Oh. Ooh. Right. There's a tournament going on. Rated? I think so. I don't want to be playing against like 1,000 odds, because that just does not make sense. But, well, oh, I'm sorry, Sky, you shouldn't have been under my foot, you dick. Right, may as well join this tournament and give it a go. Because we're going to be playing in a real tournament anyway, so don't really get to pick and choose the ratings there, do you? Emma, go for your shower. What was that? What's that noise? What the hell was that noise? 3-minute blitz. Okay. Wait, there's 3 minute. Why is there 5? So we intro here. Right, let's go. Alright guys, how's it going? Today we are getting tournament ready. I do have a tournament coming up in March, so we're just going to be trying to join some blitz tournaments and other things and just see how we do against people higher rating than us, because you know, when I go to this tournament I don't exactly get to choose the strength of my opponents, and it's just everyone versus everyone in a round robin type of thing, or whoever wins more, etc. So we are jumping into a chess.com tournament. I'll start here in 10 seconds, but first of all let me say thank you so much for tuning in. I do hope you enjoy. Any recommendations, and if you do like this type of content, let me know below. But here we go, starting in 3, 2, 1, and our first opponent. Okay, let's see. Now I did say I was going to try the bishop opening a wee bit, as we learnt a bit of that, but we'll see if we can get the Vienna. Okay, we're going to go knight here. Alrighty, that is weird. Now that is extremely weird. Oh jeez, not seen that one now. I have not seen that one. Let's immediately go for this pawn push. Undermining the center, taking away one of his center pawns. Would take with a bishop, get quick development, or not. And we could push. If we bring our knight out, he's likely going to pin us, so let's stop the pin. I do see this pawn push coming, so maybe let's stop that pawn push. And okay, switch up here. So he's not going to this square, and he's not getting this pawn push that he wanted. He's looking to trade the bishops in the center. We can go here. No, we could open up the center. Could take and destroy his pawn structure even further. I'd say we do that. Or should we? I don't know. That's a tricky one now. I think we have to. Okay. He's going to take, he needs to take, destroy his pawn structure, so his king isn't going to be overly safe castling in either direction. Our next move is likely going to be knight out and castle king side, get the rook facing the side he's most likely to castle. Now, once he takes with a pawn, it does stop us from getting our knight into that d5 square. So it does. Any rerouting that we can do? Start bringing this piece over towards the king side, if that's the direction he decides to go. So we are going to be playing a few rounds of this. Obviously, I'll play a few games. This will do the first episode, and We'll see. It is going on for an hour. If we push text, don't like that. Continue our plan and develop. Okay, now he's looking here. Can't stop that. Or well, we can trade off for it anyway. We'll castle. He's gonna castle. Let's then. We start a pawn push anywhere. Any pawn breaks? There, takes. It's a fork. Don't want that. We take. Can take back with his pawn, opening up his queen. Maybe it's just. Do we go for the reroute? I say we'll go for the reroute. Start bringing the knight over. Let's go. Yes, Marta, I have played Atomic Chess. It's definitely a tricky one. Now he's looking at his knight here. So this pawn stops any of his development. He's going to push. Go for the take, and so if we go here, attacking both of these. It's a very simple plan. I see him doing this. If he does, right? If we go here, he attacks. Now his bishop is quite useless, but now it's opened up an attack here on us. Let's go for it anyway. Run out quite low on time here. Okay. Now we'll take in the center, opening the F file, go for a trade. Okay, doesn't. Right. Now we get check. Bring the other rook. We can go here. With this as an idea. So can't take due to the pin. So we'll go for that. We'll go take. This will be mate. Here with plans on getting in this way. Alright, now he stops that. Let's just make a king move, keep ourselves safe. Now we can probably bring the other rook over. That was a bad move. He takes with the queen, I win the pawn. Takes with the king. Oh. Alright, we'll win on time. That wasn't the... It wasn't the cleanest of win, but it was a win nonetheless. Alright. And we'll go back and we'll analyze these games after. Right. There, go here. Take is check. There we go. Attack. Right, he takes his king again. We go check. We can then continue development. Get the knight out. Take this pawn maybe. We'll get the knight out. He's probably gonna capture this pawn. If he doesn't, he attacks the queen. Re-attacking this pawn, so right, we are gonna lose that. Gonna lose this pawn. Okay. Ah, that probably wasn't the best square. Now this is defended. Any checks? I can't see any. Now he blocks the defense of this square. Where's he going? Here maybe? Push this pawn just to stop it. Need to try to get this other bishop out. Or other rook out, sorry. Where are you? Take. And go here, attack his queen. Defended by the rook. Okay, bring the rook into the center, take control of the open file. I think, yeah, we'll trade off here. Now we can also push this pawn, defended by... Okay. We'll go here, and then plan to push this pawn, defended by the knight and the bishop. Right, take with check. Let's rewrite back. Here maybe. That doesn't leave that undefended. We take. What? Right, okay. Idea to go here with the queen. We'll just trade off, simplify it. Okay, that's mate. Is it not mate? Where's he go? Where can he go? Oh, I can go here, because he tapped that pawn. Should have taken the pawn back first. Jack. Then take. Oh no, so he goes forward. Okay. Yeah, okay, no, that was a good one too. That was... Right, another good win. Now we're on 5 points. 5 out of 5, I think that is. We're fourth. Okay, we'll go for Dutch. Don't know how many games we'll play, see how long each game does last. Right. No, it's good being familiar to a degree with your opponents. You feel comfortable with them. The Dutch is a difficult one, so it is. But very simple ideas, but it's just knowing when to play them. When the ideas do fit in. Now, for example, here I'm going to push this pawn. Or should I get the bishop out? See, I could put the bishop here, but he blocks. Then it's a bit useless. So we're going to push the pawn, stop his knight from coming in. Going to do the same thing we did in the first game. Bring this pawn up as well. Stop his knight from coming out that side. Good. Right, what's he doing? He's attacking here. Doesn't do an awful lot at the moment. Yeah, now we can go. Can be quite a weakening move. Now we could trade off the bishops as well, light squared bishops. I think it's going to be a decent wee idea. Right, let's take. And push. Now we can go jump in the center. Attack his bishop. Go for a trade of the bishops. We'll go for it. He's quite active with his bishop there. Now we can get castled this side. Put the bishop here maybe. Right, now where can he go there? He's looking for that. Doesn't really do anything now that we've castled. Okay, he's castled the same side, so can we attack this? Any rerouting possibly here? Hex just gets meeting with Hex. Go out this way, reroute. Where's he looking to go? There's nowhere he can go with that knight. Well, no, that can just be taken. We can go here, attack. Our knight is actually looking kinda grim. Let's try to blow open the center a bit. Oh, can't because of that pin. Alright, so we'll move out of the way of that pin. Oh, that's undefended. Ah, is he gonna see it? Yes, he does too. Right, so we'll attack his queen. Does kind of help us open up the files a bit. So come across. Go here. Oh, that's quite a maneuvering game here, and I'm running out of time. Nope. Here maybe. We're on how did we get so low on time? Just run out of time on that one. That's unfortunate. Alright, we'll go for one more for this episode. And we will end the recording and continue on after. So Vienna again, or maybe we'll try out the bishops opening. Right, so the idea here was here. Now that was a mistake. Why is that a mistake? Because of... I don't know. The bishop needs to be here in that other position. Discontinue development. Do I see anything? I do not know. Don't know. Why am I blanking so much? Why am I blanking? Gotta run laps. Oh jeez. Right. We can take. We'll take with bishop. And then we'll drop back. Okay, we can just drop back again. Let's go here then. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. That was just a one-move attack. I was hoping for something to come from it. That's fine. You want to open up our bishop. Grand. Can't cancel that way. Now you want to open up our rook. That is fine. That's weak. Okay, we're attacking this rook. It's pinned as queen. You can also go here. Oh, should have went there. Should have went there. Ah, hold on. Alright, so he loses his rook. Bring this one over for check. Go here. Get check. That's fine. Yeah. Maybe not so fine, but it's still. Check. And oh god. Gonna have to get back. Oh, we can't infiltrate that way. Here or here, discover check. Block. Yeah, we'll take. Take. Oh, where we're going? Up. Jack will take the rook. Bring the king over. Stop the development, or stop if he wants to promote. Okay, he promotes, and we block off his king from his pawns. Yeah. Go on, lead him out. Yeah, you moved something. You moved the wrong one. Hold on, I should go over to this other side. You're not going to stop both of them. You're not stopping both of them, dude. Oh, are you serious? I didn't want to pre-move anything because I didn't know what direction he was going. Right, last one. This is gonna be a long episode. We'll play with black and we'll get a Carol Khan. We'll see how the Carol Khan. He's going for a quick ass checkmate, is he? Going for a quick checkmate. Yeah, we'll defend that way. Stop this bishop coming down. Go. Starting a pawn push. Looking to get in. We will. Let's go here. Let's see. Pack the queen. Defended. Right. Develop. Check. Then we can drop back. He's gonna push. Okay, only pushes one. That's okay. Gives us a chance to go here. Huh? Alright. I'll castle this way. That is a weird remix now. Happy to trade off a light square bishop because it was quite weak anyway. Now if we go here and he takes, it opens up the D file for us as well. Yeah, so we'll go here. Takes. We'll take that way. Attacking his queen and his rook. He's going to lose one of them. Alright, so he loses his rook. Oh, he lost his queen as well, but I didn't take it. Oh, I'm stupid. Oh, could have got his queen. If he takes us, that's fine. I think we move over. And go here. If he takes us, check, we win the rook. Check. We win the rook. This has been a good one so far. Apart from simple mistakes, but been okay. Now our king is extremely exposed here on his side. Okay, now this opens up the file for us. So let's take. Let's. There's no check here. You can check there. Okay, so. Checkmate. Okay, guys. That was my first episode. We're going to continue on with these games and see how we can do. Currently, we're in 33rd place out of 1,028 players. Holy crap. Right. Well, anyway, hope you have enjoyed. I wish me best of luck for this tournament come up in March. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Right, well, that's episode 1. Okay. Need a break. Ooh. 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 Chill. Alright, I think we'll try to get 15 points. And we'll see how we do. It is unrated, is it? No, it's not. It's not unrated. Oh, God. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of this tournament that we've entered here on chess.com. It is kind of preparation for our upcoming tournament in March. And yeah, you don't really get to choose the ratings that you play against people in person. So we're playing against all random ratings on chess.com. Let's just jump straight into the game. Currently sitting in, what position are we? Out of 1,056 players. Trying to find me a game. Out of 1,061 players, we are 38th. Okay. Oh, no, not the queen, the pawn. Go here. He's going to bring the bishop down. No, he doesn't bring the bishop down. That's fine. So Wolfie and Cato. Knight wants to come here, so we'll stop that. We'll get castled. We'll defend that pawn. We will take it with a knight. Take it here. Defend it with a queen. Get the queen into the game. Take this. No, because that's going to be mate. We'll just castle. We'll have him trade on our terms. And we have a strong pawn in the center. Knight can't really go anywhere too strong. Let's try rewrite our knight. Attacking this pawn. Or just, you know, losing it. Oh god, that was terrible. That was a terrible move. Why didn't I just take that? Oh. Am I missing something? Okay, right. So we're gonna go here, and then this will be mate. Probably gonna give us check. Yeah, okay. We can take this pawn. Gives us another check. That's fine. We'll push this pawn. Right. Okay, now we can go. That will be mate. So I think he only stops it by coming across or dropping his knight back. He drops his knight back. Right, okay, that does also work. We can go here. No, can't go there. We can go here. Again, still mate. Can he stop it? Yes, here, and then let's go here, attack it. Okay, now jack, check. Oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? Stupid mistakes. Stupid mistakes. Such simple, stupid mistakes, man. Always happens. It does always happen. Check. Going for a draw. Yep, alright, we'll take a draw there. We're in a ridiculously lost possession because of a simple mistake. Oh, that was actually atrocious. Actually atrocious. Here we are again. Right, so bishop's opening. Yeah, we'll go for a bishop's opening. See how this turns out. He's attacking here, so we'll try and make a solid, big solid center. Now, he's attacking this pawn. Let's defend it with Z queen. Take the center. We can push or keep the tension. We can keep the tension as well. Right, yeah. So he doesn't want to explode everything at the minute. Now he's going to fiend cat over this side. So once he does that, then we can lock it down. It's fine. I will defend this pawn, add a defender. Trade everything down. Oh, what was it doing? Oh, what's happened? I've just went bad. Oh god, should not have happened. That should not have happened. No way. It's a time scramble as well. The actual tournament I am taking place in is 90 minutes with 90 minutes with 30-second intervals. So it is. Oh, now our bishop's trapped as well. Oh, that's really bad from us. It's really poor. Really, really poor. Really poor. Oh, don't think this one will last as long as the previous episode, but oh, for God. Oh, now we just lost that knight as well, but he doesn't take it. What the hell? Now we can take it this way. We got lucky there, God's sake. Okay. Attack while defended. This pawn's up for the grabs. Right. Yeah, this pawn's up for the grabs with a bit of momentum. I think he's going to go here and then across. Or capture the pawn in the center that, you know, I didn't see. You know, it happens. It happens. So my whole goal this year is to actually get an official rating. And to do that, I just need to beat single rated player in the tournament. So I do. No, I even need to draw. Even a draw will suffice as well. I'll go there. I'll go there. Oh my god. Oh, this is not going well. So I think that's a resignation. That's... Oh, what's going on? What is going on? It's good experience, obviously. I'm not playing anyone. Some people are low rated than me and I'm losing. Some are higher. And I'm beating them. We're dropping awfully. We're dropping off. The highest rated player, I think there's something fishy going on here. He's 579 rated. There's like 1,000s and everything in this game. So there is. 1500s and stuff I've seen. Quite unusual. Right. I did go here, move the knight in the center. I don't know where he's going with that. Our idea is this, here, and then this. Because this pins his knight. Now it no longer pins his knight, he's attacking this pawn. Go here. Defends both of the pawns. And protected as well. This re-enables the pin. Now that defends this twice. He's gonna go here. That would have forked both my pieces. We do this. Heck. Heck. Just castle. Now, here, that's a fork. Still a fork, so we'll win as queen. Now, see, I'm beating someone higher rated than me now. Like, how does this make sense? Ah, I should have pinned. I don't know what I was doing there. How do we get back with our knight? I don't know if we can. Attack his rook, see where he decides to put it. Okay. Now we can defend it. And then jump out, attacking this pawn that's pinned. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum. We could trade down. We are up material. We're gonna win a trick as well. Okay, or we'll just win the knight. We'll go check. Yeah, we'll fork both of these pieces. That's fine, because we can take with check. Goes here. This is fork again. Doesn't. So let's take with check again. That's mate. Oh. Right. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Two more. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Now we're playing on a 1200 rated. This should be entertaining. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, we're getting proper Vienna. He doesn't know the main line. This does leave us with a decent advantage. Anywhere else his knight goes is bad. Okay, then we just follow that up. with this move. We do. Re-enabling the taking of his knight. Now we jump out to stop this check. We then take control of the center, take this bishop, or take the pawn with the bishop. We then go attack his queen. After we attack his queen, we push. Is it push? No, I don't think it is push. I don't know what is the next move after this. What's the move? Is it push? Push takes. No. Let's just. I'm blanking. I am blanking. Oh, I'm blanking hard. We'll castle, get ourselves to safety. I don't know what the next move is. It was here. Takes. Wasn't it? I know it doesn't work now because his knight's there. But now his knight is pinned. And we'll have the pawn attacking. So still good for us. Now we take. Still pinned. Put more pressure onto it. Then we double up and we can attack. It's probably going to castle. No, we can't, because if he castles, his rook will end up here. Let's. Okay, now he's lost the right to castle. Again, putting pressure on the pinned piece. I'm going to get that bishop now as well. This has just been a dominant Vienna here. Now we just need to convert it. And convert it fast as well. I resigns. Oh. That's can't even review that game. We just beat we beat a 1200 or 1194. That's that's disgusting. That was disgusting. Yeah, Carol Khan. Come on. Get a familiar position. Take. Knight out. We bring our bishop out, he's going to bring his bishop out. He doesn't. Okay, so we trade. Close the center. Develop. Excuse me. Pin. Okay, and he's wasted a tempo already. Now we can take. Attacking his bishop. We don't need to move, but I think we should. I think we will take here. Then we will develop. Don't know what he's going for here. Are you trying to come in and attack the bishop? He can't now. So idea is that's a tricky move. We go pick, and if he then we will take and trade down in this position, yeah, because we're just up a piece then. He doesn't want to. It's fine, we'll castle. Thought he would have brought one of the rooks to attack us, but looks like he's not. Now, if we pin that pawn, no, doesn't work. We'll bring the rook. Bring a rook into the game. That's fine. Now we'll attack. It's queen. Offer a trade of queens that benefits us. Doesn't want to. That's fine. We'll get in and start attacking his pawns. Okay. Trying to attack our piece. Can we jump out anywhere? We can't. We can jump out this way. Okay. Want to trade queens now? Nope. I will bring this rook up. I can push this pawn at some point. Now he's attacking our queen. That is fine. We'll give a check. Take. We'll take. That's, I think, what we are laughing here. Fine. That's fine. Now we get out. We'll give. Don't need to give a check. We'll go and attack his pawns. Not getting in, so it's not a concern. We'll go check. Check. Can't progress forward. Attack the rook. Ah, we just lost the knight. He does take it. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, now we get this pawn. Plans of check. Okay. Now, is this an endgame that we can get? Right. Oh, that was a win. That was a win. Jeez, managed to convert and trade down the pieces in the end game where our pawn could push no problem for promotion. But oh jeez, it was not easy. Now the event is ending soon. We'll end this video and finish it off in the next episode. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Tune in for the next one and see what position I finish. Out of now 1,500 people are playing in this tournament. Let's see where I finish. Have a good one. Bye bye. Here we go for the last episode of this tournament. We're going to see how we can do with our first tournament preparation. And currently we are sitting in position. Let's see. We are 48th out of 1,519 people. Now some of them are joining quite late, but I still think that's a decent wee rating nonetheless. So it is, or a decent ranking nonetheless. Now do we keep the bishop here? No, let's trade it off. Lock the center. It's gonna come in with check. Yeah, if he doesn't come in with check, that's fine. I'm going to stop it. I'll stop the check and get the knight out. We will. Okay, he's castled that way. That's fine. Now we'll go here. Ah, I could have captured that pawn. Could have captured it sooner. Now I can capture. Okay. And we'll lose the pawn for a bit of quick development. Even though it is quite even, but he has his queen out. He does. Okay. Let's attack his queen. Right now, no decent squares for the bishop. Plan here, maybe set up a battery. Here, maybe get a pin going. Okay. No, if we go here, he's got check. Oh, but he's going to do that anyway. So let's go. Let's go for the battery. Let's just go for it. Okay, he doesn't want to accept it, so. Yeah, didn't work for us. Oh, what? He didn't take it? Here and here, maybe? Attack the bishop in the corner. It's fine. Now we'll go here. Here and here, fork on both the pieces. Oh no, we're getting mated. Yep. Oh, got back rank mated. God's sake, we weren't fast enough to attack the bishop. Oh no. Plenty of time there, but we just weren't fast enough to attack the bishop. That was quite unfortunate. Right, so we'll go bishop opening maybe. See if we can get the Vienna. Yes, we do. Come on, we dominated in the last episode with Vienna. Let's see if we can do it again. So take. He's going to take with a knight. We take control of the center. Now, why is that not right? What can I do to punish it? We attack here? I think so. I think we just attack it this way. Now he can go take. And take here. Because discovered attack from the pawn push. Now we'll snatch up another pawn. Come back with check. Develop the knight, not ruin the pawn structure. And then we'll castle. Okay, now we'll castle. Now we can go here as well. No, can't now. Push, take. No, he's got too many pieces looking there. Let's attack the rook. Now. Where can we go? We'll go here. No, it doesn't threaten mate. Need to get this other rook into the game as fast as possible. Now we'll go here. Now,
Looks like we've come to the end of the road. There's no point in running away now. I'd rather sleep until
attack the bishop. Attacking this square. Now. Can't see anything. I can't see anything. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. No, it doesn't work. I say I'll come across. Yeah, now we attack his queen. We attack his queen and his rook. He takes... Oh, a mouse slipped! A mouse slipped! No! No! Ah! That's just unfortunate, man. That's just annoying. Ah. A lovely plan there and everything. Bloody mouse slipped one square. Jack. Bring the rook. No, we just lost the rook as well. God's sake. Are we getting back rank mated? I don't think we are. Can we block that check? We can. Re-attacking his rook. Oh, can't even take. There was a fork! There was a bloody fork! No! We're just missing the simple tactics now. Yeah. Oh. Well, that is the last game that we can play. Let's just run out here in 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Let's see where we finished. Let's see. Can you see where you finished? Standings. So, out of how many people? Out of 1,600 people, 1,620 people, we came 64th. Let's have a look. 64th. Why? There wasn't actually that many people on 18 points. That's how many we got. And then 18, 19, very little, excuse me, on 20. Quite a lot. Oh jeez, and the highest guys. That's very suspicious. The highest rated person, the one that came number 1, it's on an 11 win streak, 54 points, 626 rated. This guy right here, you can see in the center, number 1. I made that. Why? Number 2 was 2,300 rating. It's quite fishy, quite fishy. Did we play him? Did we play him? Oh, let me change the scene here. I don't know. Quite strange. When did he? What is this? What is this? He created his account yesterday. Yesterday, he made his account. You know, I'm not... a wee bit suspicious. Maybe he's lost a load of games there on purpose, like... Right, look at this. What? So you're telling me, no way, this guy is cheating. He's an we've actually found a cheater. There's no way, because look at this. He gets mated the same way every time. You can see the wee tiny picture here. Alright, I'll show you one. Here. You get... What? Whoa, that's bright. That's very bright. And he gets mated. Okay. That's one. Right? That is one. This is a completely different game. Same way. Look at that. Exact same way. Look at this. He tried to do it again. He tried to do it again, but it didn't work. Because the person didn't look for the check. Or didn't have that position. And he resigns. Yeah, no, we've actually just found it. That's nuts. Then what's this? Then he goes and he enters a tournament. Okay, he's not playing the... Oh no, hold on, sorry. He's black. Sorry. Let's restart that. Then he's all of a sudden playing perfectly fine, trapping the bishop, winning a rook. Yeah. Something's a bit off here. Look at this, the amount of wins. There's no way. There's actually no way. Can you see how long he took per move? We can't see how long he took per move. But no. Guys. Oh, sorry. He's black again. Let's restart that. Book move. And is just absolutely dominating his opponent. Come on. Could you be actually any more blatantly cheating? There's no way. The fact that he does the two-mate check move. No, two-move checkmate. And he loses by that plenty of times on purpose. I think there's something a wee bit suspicious there. That's his... No. Actually, I'll not believe it. Let's watch him. Let's actually watch him. So yeah, he was playing in the Blitz Arena. This is him playing at the minute. No, sorry. 1.5 seconds for his move. 4.8. Black is taking quite a lot of time as well. Now it's going for the checkmate. I have a feeling Black's going to go here. He's going to take, check, move over. Win his... Yep, there we go, checkmate. Does he see it? Oh, so something is not right. Definitely not. Can't even see top lines. Like we don't have the engine or anything. There's just no way you can lose so many times. The two-mate check move. Two-move checkmate. Now he's going to go... Watch this. King takes. Queen check. Winning the knight. It's just... I can't believe it. Actually... Yep. Oh, look at that. En passant. En passant. Check. There's no way, man. There's no way. Oh, and how long is he taking for each move? 2 to 3 seconds. Occasional one there, he took 17 seconds. And he resigned. He was in a winning position and he resigned. Now the reason he resigned, because he does it so he doesn't get caught. Oh, come on. So, he's black. White didn't take the queen? No, there's a mate in one. Does he resign? I think he's going to resign. There's no way. How do you not see the mate in one? I was going to say, it's either going to be bishop f2 check or knight. It's actually mesmerizing. I've never sat and watched a cheater in person, sitting like, you know, actually live playing it. This has definitely been an episode. We entered a tournament. I said it, I think even in episode 2, it's a bit fishy that the top player was the rating that he was. 11 win streak, 54 points, absolutely blowing everyone else out of the park. Yeah, something's not right. Something was not right. Now he's run out of time, and mate and one for white. No, it's craziness. Actual craziness. The fact that the count again was only made yesterday. Now let's see what he does here. We can't see the engine here or anything, so we can't do that while you're actually spectating the games. But you cannot go from winning a tournament with 2,300 rated people, like dominating the tournament with 2,300 rated people, to missing a mate in one. A very, very simple mate in one. Not possible. Okay. Very simple move. Queen takes. It's not hard to see. What's he planning? He's wasting the time. What's he doing? Checking the engine? Come on. It's another... Is he... I think he must be trying on his own now. Oh. No. Definitely. That's not way to finish that tournament, so it is. Yeah, now he's losing games. Like, he had an 11 win streak there. He made his count yesterday. Fishy. Well, anyway guys, I hope you have enjoyed that we, you know, short wee tournament that we had going there. And yeah, hope all the, well, we're going to be coming back for some more, you know, practicing and stuff for the tournament in March. Bit of a learning episode, so I think I'll do some of that, learning a bit of openings, probably showing you guys what I've learned as well. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Have a good one. Any kind of comments or anything, leave it down below. Any suggestions, let me know. Anyway, have a good one. Bye. Nuts. Well, going to end the stream here as well.